Hello, brothers and sisters of light, and welcome to my live video feed on YouTube under StreamYard.com. And where you get the knowledge, of course, under 10 minutes. Of course, I go over 10 minutes when I'm doing the live therapy sessions again. So, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or requests, you put it down below. If you become annoying, I get your ass out of here. Today is Sunday, Saturdays and Sundays. I'm usually trying to be on for at least about an hour. So I got food and breakfast here. I got things to talk about. You can look in the description box to understand how to donate and what this fucking video is about. And of course, I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. So me simps, so little time. And of course, if you don't know me by now, too bad. Just read the description box. So I'm gonna wait on here a little bit and see how many people pop their little heads up on here. I put in the description box. And you should know, I always talk about interesting things in society. And I always got something to say. Stuff that usually people don't talk about, but people will copy eventually. It's okay. That's things to talk about. But how was your day? How was your week is going? Walmart is empty. Stores are emptying out because of the coronavirus. Today's topic, we will talk about multiple subjects here. We're going to talk about having schizophrenia and Jesus. We're going to talk about sensitives, and we're going to talk about Martin Luther King's dream. Okay. And I also want to talk about that we are the prison planet. Okay. But other than that, that goes along with Martin Luther King's dream. Okay. Now, today's topic will be broadcasted by me. You can pop up in here. I'm still new to this. Don't rush me. Just the other day, I got banned off of Twitch because my daughter was on there too long. Now, Twitch should be nice. You know, my daughter would, no, it was Mixer. My daughter's face was on there. I'm right behind her. When you put your kids on your Twitch, that should be the first thing. Children. That's the fastest way. I look at different ways of making money faster. So I didn't really read all of their policy. So they should at least give you a chance. If you do it again, you get banned. But they just block you off as soon as you do it. Okay. Because some people can't read. Some people can't read Twitch and fucking Mixer. So you got to give them a chance. They'll ask you, did you read the policy? Okay, we're going to give you a written warning at least. Because I don't break any rules in policy. I actually read the policy. But the one policy I didn't really 100% read, it says children. So I know that you can't exploit children. Okay. This is on Mixer now. And this is beside the topic until I start running my mouth because I'm eating something at the same time, right? Right, motherfuckers? And I got this goddamn hat on. So I put my daughter on there and everything seems all fine. She was on there for like a whole hour until somebody probably reported her. Maybe it's a bot. I don't know what it is. But my daughter, I was talking to my daughter. I got my daughter on Mixer and shit like that because she's pretty smart. So she's playing games. She ain't saying nothing to nobody. Nobody hurting her. Nobody touching her. Nobody exploiting her. No, nothing like that. So I didn't cut my camera off and shit. Okay, after an hour, I'm like, Jesus, somebody reported her already. You know, Milanos and crackers love to snitch. I'm like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, well, you have to always be in the camera with your daughter or your kids. Okay, peoples? So if you're doing Twitch or you're doing Mixer, this is not about the topic yet. You have to always be in the camera. So I don't rely on the number up there when it says 0. I know there's some people who are watching. If you are watching, say something. Like I always say before, don't be afraid. I have schizophrenia, which means that it doesn't mess with my intellectualism, but it messes with my concentration, not my sexuality. And so sometimes I have to go to sleep because I can't focus. Okay, when you read things, it kind of blurs everything out. Okay, you try your best. It's like that hard. I'm also empath schizophrenic. which basically, scientists don't know every different type of schizophrenic out there. So when I walk around people, I can feel their energy and shit. I'm looking at people, and I'm getting evaluations of how sad they are, and it kind of overwhelms me. And it may seem like I'm getting a panic attack or some shit. And now I have to stop working because I'm thinking about I'm going crazy and shit. So that's a form of schizophrenia. And it's not you're delusional, it's just that you're sensitive. I want to talk about that too. I'm going to talk about sensitives too. So I try to stay clear of most people because most people are contaminated or NPCs, okay, non-playable characters. As I said before, these videos are unscripted because I'm a true schizo. Lots of people need a skip, they need a script, they need a. I don't do all that bullshit, man. I'm just entertaining my own self. But I'm going to be chilling for a little bit and get some food here. Today's topic will be about those things I just mentioned earlier. If you got something to say, you should say it. Or forever hold your peace. So my wife, look at it. My wife fixes for me. She's like bacon. I had to train her how to fix bacon and eggs. Okay. Bacon, eggs, waffles. I had to teach her how to. I love waffles, man. Especially when they're crispy. Right, motherfucker? Right, motherfucker? Right. People think they're trying to make fun of me, but it only gives me publicity and shit. So who is this crazy looking motherfucker? I had to teach her how to cook this food and shit like that. She's from Ethiopia. My wife is from Ethiopia. When I tell people I use a strap-on, use vaginas, they think I have a little penis until they go in my inbox and I make my own porn. So my penis is not small. But that's the first thing people do. They try to attack your character. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the topic. Nobody's watching me right now. So I'm gonna finish my food. I can start talking. I took the time to understand what the banners mean. And I think too many people start commenting in the comment section, you kind of lose grasp of where you can donate to, and you lose grasp of where it scrolls down. It should be stuck. I'm trying to make it like you just keep it on the screen while people comment. Because I was on other people's chat boxes and shit, trying to chat, and you can't scroll but so much. You stop scrolling but so much. But just read the description. I'm on YouTube right now. Lots of people know me, but this is not connected to my Facebook. My Facebook is kind of on ban. I love trolling the trolls. I don't understand why. I know Zuckerberg's trying to fight for freedom of speech, but please understand he got his little peoples doing things that they ain't supposed to be doing. Like looking at people racist. Yeah, there's still racism. I've experienced racism firsthand. They haven't fixed that yet. He's just living in luxury right now until his wife divorces him. But looks like my wife. I don't understand why y'all guys don't understand how to take advantage of the matriarch. So I'm like, I read that he made contractual agreements with his wife. Kind of like a prenup. But prenups don't last forever. So he has to keep updating that. Right? So she might give him a hard time. You understand? To me, it's like this. I'd rather just kill a bitch if she's trying to choke me or lie on me or some shit like that. I ain't saying literally, no. Look at Mayweather. She tried to squeeze out $20 million from him. He's way more worth than $20 million. He could easily do it, but still, no woman deserves all that money. If she's getting abused, that means something's wrong with her. 9 times out of 10, it's usually something wrong with her. As a matter of fact, Mayweather's ex-wife used to use drugs, so she definitely wasn't no flower. Any woman who uses drugs, oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Okay. From my experiences, they are the biggest thieves. They will lie right in your face. At least a motherfucker who use crack and shit, you can easily tell they're crackhead. You don't let them in your house. But women, they control that shit. But white women don't control that shit. That's a whole new ballgame. Black women don't have time to use drugs. Okay. Even back in those days. Okay? So they have too many kids. They're trying to focus on the kids and procreation and shit. But white women, they're solo. They may have kids, but they don't. The kids, they got the kids taken from them. All right, you understand? Okay, this is from my experience. Every time I see a black sister in the hood, hood rat, winkle. This is just focusing on kids, smoking weed. That's the only drug they do. Maybe a little bit of alcohol. Like you talk to a white one, you can see it all in their face. You can't see all that shit with black women. I'm always talking about random topics, so be patient with me. When I'm done, I'll talk about the topics. But earlier, I was talking about Mixer. And you gotta be careful what you do and say. I'm a comedian. So it doesn't say, see, on Facebook, if I'm fighting back, you can't see my comical side. When they say something to me, they don't give me a message that they've been banned. Somebody reports you. Hey, I'm on the video chat. Close the door. And I don't think that's right. I think they should look at the context in which why I said such a thing, rather than just someone reporting me and somebody attacking, and then I get mad. I'm the one getting affected. So you know that's effeminate shit. Day by day, the black race is being effeminate because they want to be fucked by the Jewish man, right? Or they want money somehow. That's what's coming down to. Black people, anyone who loves money is more effeminate to me. I'm not a person about money. Get off the money high horse. All right? Money has blood behind it, especially when you take it from the Jewish man. So you take it from the Jewish man, where do you get that money from? His heritage, motherfucker? And you know how America is. It's more of a white country. Black America is worth $2 trillion. So if Black Americans really want to help one another, why don't they give the reparations? I don't believe in adios and shit like that because I was never a slave. I'm independent. Okay. So I don't really think about what my families did. I don't think about the past when it comes to that. Lazy motherfuckers think about adios. And the reason why Jewish white America / gave reparations to Chinese and Indians because they're the more or less attractive. Duh. They're more or less likely to be muscular. They can't be used in the NFL on the NBC. I say NBC. Does that make sense to y'all? So y'all black guys have to stop asking for reparations and shit. If you want reparations, get it from your own people. Because they're worth $2 trillion. Are you worth $2 trillion, motherfucker? No, it's the men. Look at Oprah, and single. She's a singleton. She's worth like $2 billion. She should be focused on black. She ain't focused on black. You know why? She's a god, motherfucker. She says she knows the fight for fucking Negroes. Y'all thinking she cooning, but she's using dark psychology. She knows when she try to talk to blacks, they don't listen to her. They're only interested in her money. Blacks are like the lowest species when it comes to mental psychosis. Now, I'm not saying all. I'm saying from where I come from, I learned that when you try to talk to a Negroid in the hood, what the fuck is this? A Negroid, a black person, and you try to give them some education, they don't want to hear it. And it's not about being lazy. It could be something real simple, and then they look at you like, I don't get. Look what happened to Nipsey Hussle. He tried to give out shit and like that, but he wasn't trying to give no money to nobody, but he got shot. If you go into the hood and you're doing good for yourself, you're gonna get killed. Get the fuck out of there, man. Get the fuck out of there. Let them kill themselves. Let them earn them. The ones who are the strongest will get out. They will not stay there long. I'm one of them. I was there when I was trying to help those Negroids, porch monkeys and shit, telling them that it was being used. You got to be another way. I was there trying to tell them about Martin Luther King's Jr. His dream, but they didn't want to hear me. So I'd rather be in the streets and homeless, suffering, rather than feed off the blood of some Jewish blood. But it depends on why they give me the money. If the Jewish person gives you the money, they're going to try to control your life. or they're going to try to fuck you over, or they're going to try to kill you. Receiving a lot of money means you'll be screwed over regardless, white or black. Whites get screwed too now. I don't know why blacks always say, oh, if you receive this money, you're going to get screwed. And black people talk about, oh, black people, they're going to get screwed if they have a lot of money. Duh, it's blood money, you motherfucker. How you think they earn their money? Jewish people. Then these Moorish type motherfuckers saying, you taught the white man how to bathe. I said, then you gave him too much information, motherfucker. We taught the Moors when they was in your infantry how to bathe, and all of a sudden they overtook us. I'm not a coon. I love the color black. I love me some Neapolitan ice cream. That's why niggas survive, because we got a pretty ass color. Okay? And we got longer dicks and shit. And obviously we got more rhythm and blues, okay? Athleticism. Okay? Now when it comes to technology and shit like that, please don't talk about the Moors with me. Don't talk about the Moors. Don't talk about no black people who are more superior, because 70% of the world's population has been overrun by the imperialist whites. It don't matter what kind of even Genghis Khan, the Asiatic people. I'm telling you, we all came from different worlds and planets. I'm a David Icke, Zachariah Ascension type believer that there's different planes of different humans that came from different worlds. But I am open-minded. I'm too open-minded for your asses. But I'm pretty much almost done with my meal and talk about the topic. If you think I'm a coon, ask the question. I'm not a coon because I believe in reincarnation. I'm not a coon because I am God. I'm only in the flesh. Only in the flesh. My power resides not in the body, but in the spirit. And most of you cannot be emerald pill because you don't think in those capacities and those levels. If you're religious, you're not on a higher frequency. You can consider yourself a 5%. Then I'm a 1%. I do not fit in. What did I tell you? We got motherfuckers who being fucked and they get monies. You got to do different things like this Illuminati type shit. You want to join the Illuminati, you got to do things, man, that you don't want to do. To conform means to be effeminate. But it depends on what it is. Let's say conformality, okay? It means that you're conforming to something, but it depends on what it is. Let's say you're born in a body, a male body, but you have feminine traits. Well, can you express your feminine traits? Yeah, sure. Lots of people express their feminine energies, but you remember you have a penis now. Now, if you want to change your body, you can. You know, the game called Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out, and please understand that if you want to change certain things about you, you should be allowed to do it. And this is why I say don't get mad at the homosexuals, because they have a fetish. They want to go shitty up the ass. Let them do it. True black people, heterosexual black males don't do shit. They don't eat booty. That's nasty. That's simping. I already told you before. True black alphas get paid from used vaginas. And that's why you got women just fucking random alpha looking dudes, but they're beta alpha cuts, because I don't mess with used vaginas. I keep telling you about the used vagina. That's a spiritual thing. That's a spiritual war. So these bastards, these womanizing beta alpha cucks will impregnate these women and create the incubus spirit. You know, look up incubus. It's the same thing as a sexologist, but they go about it different ways. There are males who are basically females, and they go into dreams of guys who have the traits of both too effeminate, they're too effeminate, and they're masculine, and they release their seed. Okay, I'd rather masturbate though than rather go up in a used vagina. All right, swear to God. But anyway, I'm not even talking about the topic. I'm almost done. I'm still eating, y'all. Like I said before, if you're there, you say hello, how you been? So I can see your name. I can see what you wrote. I'm not ready to talk yet until I finish my waffles. I like when my wife makes it different. You know how people cook things and it's completely different. Yeah, hers is more fluffier. Because she says she uses warm water. That's probably why. Okay, because it has what cooks it, and it's pretty good. hmm But other than that, I eat that later. It turns soft. At first, it's crunchy, and then it turns soft after a while. So let's get on with the subject now here. Before I get out of here, um, let's talk about sensitive people. The thing I don't like about sensitive people is they ruin society. Sensitive people. This is why I say anyone who's sensitive. Let's say you're a nigger, you're a Negro, and somebody call you nigger, and you want to fight with your fist. That's your pussy, right there, right there. You don't need weapons to fight fire with fire. Heraclitus said it best. Heraclitus is a Greek philosopher and mathematical, and he realized that every opposite is almost equivalent to each other. So you learned something there, right? When you fight fire with fire, you equal the playing field. Only when the person cheats is when they become effeminate because they can't defeat you no other way. But you know what this world is about. This world is a dog-eat-dog world. So most people don't play fair. So it's best to be paranoid at all times. But I live a far away distance, so nobody's gonna be challenging me once they put their money where their mouth is at. Okay, I give him some money if I lose a battle. I ain't got that much money though, so if he'll be wasting his time trying to whip on someone who's a schizo and he lost the battle because my words is much more stronger than his. My memory is not that high capacity like Eminem to rap battle and shit like that, but I know my word liquids will be more tighter. All right, because he ain't no schizo motherfuckers. I told you that. He's a white dude who's in a black body. I mean, he's no, that's not true. He's a black dude in a white man's body. Remember, his first girlfriend was black. Remember that? He liked that Neapolitan ice cream. He got some good taste. He knows. He knows. And he also called niggas niggas. But that don't make him racist. And I said this before. Sensitivity is just a true freedom. I'm not a terrorist, born and raised in America. I do not hate whites, blacks, Hispanics, Latinos. I just say spicks, hillbillies, whatever. I can say what the fuck I want. That's a form of freedom of speech. The KKK is allowed to walk around and say whatever the fuck they want, right? So this is going to be a problem for most. It's going to affect mostly white people. That's why people talk more. Okay, they're more sophisticated more than black people are. Black people when they get on the internet, they don't be like, oh, I'm gonna tell them you motherfucker. No, they don't do that shit. They're only 13% of the population. And that goes for pretty much anywhere else. They're not gonna just rat on you unless they have some high yellow melanin inside of their asses, the assholes. It's genetics, motherfucker. Trust me. I don't have time to be reporting somebody to try to get the block. Maybe when you were young, you probably did it one time just to piss them off. But I ain't got no time for that. I'm like, damn, I just want to battle them, have fun. The fucking internet is for entertainment purposes, y'all. I don't understand why people getting sensitive off this shit. Just don't watch it. It says listeners. I said listeners' discretion is advised. And motherfuckers will be like, get sensitive and say, "Oh, you hurt me when I called you a fucking cunt." Seriously? Seriously? You saw somewhere someone called someone else out. You gonna attack and destroy their lives? Is that your only solution? Jesus, you're a stick in the fucking mud. You gonna get sensitive because somebody called you a nigger? For real, man. You can't fight back with no other words. You just want to attack them. Antifa type shit, psychologicals. If you don't speak no terrorism, and you don't exploit kids, okay, you don't exploit drugs, okay, the dark web is really where your true freedom is at, okay? Because I seen the dark web and I was like, I can't stay on here. I'm an effeminate when it comes to shit that I shouldn't be seeing, like women eating shit, babies being torn apart, people suffering in the background, and you don't know where they're at. I can't stomach that shit in real life. I can watch it, but I said this is sad because whoever's doing this is going to get karma in their next life. So I don't want any karma. Evil people don't understand. Let's say, for instance, we got a whole bunch of chickens. We are all like necromancers. Not necromancers. We like necrophiliac. We eat dead bodies. All of us eat dead bodies. Chickens, turkeys, chicken. It's all luxury. And the souls is really attacking us left and right. So the chickens who are in the coop, it's like, oh, they're gonna eat our bodies. They know, they communicate when we all stacked up in here, all stuffed up and shit. They don't understand that, oh, if they eating us, if they figure out that we eating them, we all going to hell in the handbasket, motherfuckers. This is why it's called purgatory. We trapped here. When you were young, right? The chickens cursed our babies and our sons and our daughters and all alien species who eat other races of being. The survival of the fittest, okay. The survival of the fittest, okay. But understand that there's a curse with eating dead flesh. It starts off pink, right? It has blood, or maybe it's artificial blood. It doesn't really matter. But I digress here. We all are trapped in this bubble, okay, and it's all a game. So you keep being reincarnated, and you think you're gonna stay black in your next life. Come on, man. Come on with that small-minded shit. I'm not Bobby Hemmett. I know somebody called me Bobby Hemmett before. I'm not a Bobby Hemmett. All right. Turn on your notifications if you want to know if I'm on. I'm gonna start doing this from now on. Okay. I understand how the banners work. Do not put your kids up on the fucking Mixer or Twitch without understanding that you always got to be there. If they're underage, okay, you know what I'm saying? You always have to be there. So the kid, if you're not in the screen, then don't be in the screen unless you have your kid with you. Okay, whatever. Okay, let me see. What did I wrote here? Okay, this is not scripted, but I'm writing little notes. I think everybody should just write little notes and just be who themselves are. That's why I'm more successful with women. As a matter of fact, someone asked me, are those women, okay, attractive, reasonably attractive? I talk to women who are predominantly more white because they have more money than blacks. Duh. White women who are just like feminists. They need a man to be with them or something like that. You get paid from those women. I said, I'll be with you for like $50 a day. How much is $50 a day? Tax free. Yeah, man, I'm being with her for like 4 hours and I got kids and shit. I got to go back home. Okay, y'all don't know how to sell yourself, so y'all fucking yourself. I wear a strap on. I don't have to fuck her sexually. I can kiss her in certain places, I can massage her in certain places, I can inspect her body in certain places. She might not be super attractive, but women are going to need more love when they get older and they hit that wall. Do you understand? I'm being noble because I'm watching my kid, and then I got people telling me, "Oh, you got a small dick because you using a strap on." I'm like, "You laughing at me, motherfucker? You literally fucking laughing?" I'm like, y'all getting the last laugh because you a dirty motherfucker. We still got niggas like, I'ma still hit them bitches used. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about of-age bitches. And you talking about you want to hit any female. You are a fucking simp, motherfucker. I'm gonna call you a bitch simp because you can't do anything else with your dick. And do you want to get them pregnant by accident and wear the white man's Jimmy hat? You you make them sterile when you stick that cream in. There's chemicals on the condom. Listen, that can infect the fucking woman. I read this long time ago. They may have changed it to something more potent, where the woman can't have kids. Who you think created the condom? The white man. Come on now. Okay, now if you want to say it's a black man, show me the proof, motherfucker. Y'all gotta stop giving this blackwashing shit saying, oh, blacks did every fucking. I can't stand that. I'm not a fucking coon. I'll fuck your shit up, man. Told me a coon. I told you, I'm Candace Owens and shit in black flesh, but I talk on a more lower frequency, so I keep things simple. I don't say words often like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I don't want to be sounding like someone I'm not. Conformality. Okay, you be your goddamn self. If you want to get an artificial dick, you get an artificial dick. That's you. But don't force that shit. Don't trade on me, type motherfucker. Don't force that shit down nobody's throat. Okay. Now the thing is that when you try to get hired and they're looking at your color and shit, that's wrong because they don't know you. I believe that if they don't want to hire any blacks, they don't have to hire any blacks. I truly believe that. But at the same time, there's a government, okay, and that's what the white man had plenty of time to over-dominate blacks in slavery. But you know how that shit's gonna backfire. It don't work. They're gonna start having feelings and remorse. They're gonna have you start getting effeminate. Look what happened. Abraham Lincoln is the beginning and the start of the end, the beginning of the end. Okay, we can't keep doing this, not hiring blacks. Okay, it's already happened in the past. They're not gonna revert back to that. They're not gonna revert back to that because you know why they're not gonna revert back to that? I'm not gonna hire a black man because of the fact that they're gonna probably get in trouble eventually because there's different crackers out there, white people who are not white, ordinary white people who are shapeshifters who's gonna fix that problem. Like many times I still come out here and I'm overqualified, but I don't ask for much. and they will not hire me. I swear to God, it's racism still do exist. They still are picky about it. And I say, hey, you know, I can act easily as if you want to get paid, you got to act like the clown. You got to act like the clown. You cannot be, you know, yourself acting hooliganish, coming on their premises and shit. And you're not listening to it. It's like women saying we're equal to men, but then the next thing you know, if the roles was reversed, then everything will be, nobody won't say anything about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like when a man is going to work and all the woman have to do is sit at the house, a handful of women will say, we are equal. We can do the same thing what that man can do, right? And look what happened. The feminist movement occurred. Only a handful of women was being abused now during the 50s and 60s. That's the golden age. I talked to a lot of crackers to understand this. You see how it's flipped roles in itself? So the oligarchies, the Zionists, okay, and the illuminated ones is going to say, okay, let's have a battle then. We're going to see who's equal and who's more stronger. Eventually, the women are going to submit because it happened over tens of thousands of years ago. Eastern tradition. I read some stories of where it used to be goddesses. Remember, we used to have goddesses. Now we have gods because the battle is over. That's not going to keep regurgitating because what's going to happen is that either men is going to allow them to have control and it's not going to work. So the woman's going to give up and give the control back to the man. Logic, motherfucker. Duh. All right. So you have to understand why we are in this prison planet together to work together. But the one thing that's not going to happen, I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing that's not going to happen is where aliens pop up and we working together with human beings. That's not going to happen because that actually happened in the past, motherfuckers. That because human becomes prideful. And when anything else any more powerful come into the planet, we start attacking. Okay, that's what they don't want. The Anunnaki, you know, Zechariah tension type shit, chariots of the gods. Come on, guys. Come on now. Come on. Snapping my head. Like, wake up. You're in a prison planet. And if this world ever becomes like a prison planet, will we be self-sufficient? They don't want that. There are different types of demiurge gods that don't want human beings to come together with other alien races. Like I keep telling y'all, hello, brothers and sisters, aliens, wolves, bats, shapeshifters, okay, will-o-wisps. There's all sorts of creatures out there rather than human beings. Get the fuck off that fucking in the box thinking, y'all. RZA and the Nation of Islam don't think like me. I tell them they're on a lower frequency. What are they gonna do? They just talk all day? That's all they're gonna do is talk. That's all they're gonna do is talk. Those women are not virgins anymore. But they'll give to a charlatan every fucking day. I'm not calling news. Well, I call anybody who feeds off the people who don't make moves at all a charlatan. Look at Joe Olstein. Is he making any moves in the society? Look at Joyce Myers, TB Jakes. They're in religion. It's a religion, a cult. I call all religion a slight hand of cult. I don't care how you twist it, motherfucker. But anyway, hallelujah. I'm talking about since I see someone watching me, say hello. If you're watching, say something because I don't know if you're there. All right. I got things set up to where you can donate to my Cash App. I am not like everybody else. Here we go. I'm a schizoaffective individual. I'm just trying to tell you straight up. My schizoaffective means that it's not interfering with my intellectualism here. It's not. Okay, it's just that's a personal note, which I go to sleep when I hear the voices too much. I had 3 voices. You want to ask a question, you can. But let me get on with my subject here. This is all unscripted. I'm just going on notes here. Today, we're going to talk about sensitive people, Martin Luther King's dream, schizophrenic people, and Jesus combination. Earlier, I was talking about, okay, Mixer and Twitch, okay? And basically, I just want you to understand that you shouldn't have your kids up on there. When I see a number on there and I know someone's watching me, then I'll refresh and tell you who myself again and what I was talking about earlier. But other than that, let me finish on because I'm going to get out here for an hour. If you're there, you say something. Okay, don't just look and just, okay, you know, this motherfucker sounds like a goofball. See, that's what the people I don't want on here. Just get the fuck out if you can't pay attention. Now, ask a question or something, because I told you people got low attention spans and lower frequency vibrations. Somebody just hit me up. Let me see. Okay, let me see. I don't know what he sent here. Okay, he sent me a video. Now, the dark web has the biggest freedom in the world. So if you watch the dark web, you understand what I'm saying. If you can stomach it. Okay. Every gruesome sacrifice or negative can have a positive effect on the chain of life. So we all know that we eat dead bodies, right? So what do you think? What is your consequences for eating dead bodies? Certain type of karma. Like when I eat bacon or something like that, or the pork that these Muslims are afraid of. There's people who have lived to the age of 90 years old and was eating bacon all their motherfucking lives. And I don't understand what the problem is eating a little bit of poison. It's just all about genetics, motherfucker. And so let's continue talking about something else here. Bad things can equal to good things in this world, and good things can equal to bad things. So it doesn't matter which way you spin it. All right, I told you. Okay, let me. What the hell is my paper? Okay, let me go here. Sometimes I get my papers mixed up. I just want y'all to understand that I am God here. Okay, that my body don't mean shit. Okay, if I look like a motherfucking basketball player, then of course that would probably be more blessings for me to get my dick dirty. Okay, and have kids by a woman that don't really give a fuck about me from the beginning. I'm glad I'm average looking. I'm a 7 out of a 10. Right, so I'm a good looking brother. I say you may not be a good looking person, but that's when you have to travel overseas for your pussy. All right, I already told you this world has no rules and regulations in it. I'm talking about shit that most people don't. They probably would talk about it later on. This is gonna be on YouTube unless the servers get destroyed or whatever. Trust me, this world has no rules and regulations. You're just running amok. In medieval times, religion was created because they knew that there was no God that's gonna come down because we had war with gods all in the past. We had wars when the white Oriental man, the Caucasoid man, and the Jewish man was fighting against these motherfucking demiurge gods because they were like, no, we need to keep this world because we have power and control over all of these people we created. That's a long story. Ask questions, motherfuckers. But anyway, why I am God? Because this my body is just a simple temporary temple. Okay, and my mind is just goes out there because that's my form of power. So there are people out there who will pick up on me psychically, telepathically, and spread my knowledge, and it will increase as I die. There will be someone who's going to be sounding just like me, who maybe create a cult or something like that, and eventually go too far, like that Heaven's Gate. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to sacrifice yourself. There are times it's easy to leave this planet if you have no fear. Just have no fear. Don't go in the pattern frequency where everybody going, and you'll be fine. So if everybody's going towards the light, you don't go towards the light, right? Everybody talking about life. Everybody talking about the hell because they're too materialistic. They're based in earth, right? So let's continue on out here. That's why I'm God, because when I speak things, I have no fear. Okay, God represents dogma. Spelled backwards is dog, and then dogma, and then propaganda. Even the word propaganda, the word God is in it, and propaganda means paganism. And you can see in paganism there, you turn the D upside down, okay, and get your G upside down, you'll get dog or G. Okay, you can see the patterns in the words, right? Dog means follower. But you follow me. You're supposed to follow me. But you're not going to follow me because I'm like Jesus. I told you this already, okay? There's countless people in this world who have no sins. And I'm one of them. Now, let's continue on here. Jesus and schizophrenia don't match. So when I come up to someone who says, are you a schizophrenic? And he tells me, yeah, he has to say he's Jesus because you praying to a Jesus, right? And he's supposed to heal you of your pains and suffering. Like, I'm like fucking Kratos, motherfucker. I'm always suffering every fucking day. But then when that person is suffering, he says, yeah, he's in the sky. I saw him. I said, maybe he's talking about a dream. Okay. Maybe he saw this because he's a delusional. Maybe he saw a species who shapeshift himself, because Jesus is actually black in the Bible. So what color is Jesus? You ask the question. See, asking questions is very vital to destroying anyone. I asked a question, and then they didn't answer it. Okay, I'm like, I saw Jesus and I saw him as black on a spacecraft, motherfucker. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? And they said, do you point at the planet? I see all sorts of alien races with the shades and shit in the back. It was dark in the back though. This is a dream now I had. And in the dream, Jesus told me in this dream that they get me misconstrued. I'm just an ordinary man. Okay, I never did all them things that's in the Bible. And I was like convinced, like, yeah, nobody's there to witness what I have done in these current times. So why do they believe this automatically? Because of someone else who believes? That's not a belief in the self. So if you do not believe in the self, you cannot become like him. You are just a follower and a sheep to slaughter. When you represent yourself to the Godhead, if you do see a Godhead, you just walk forward. If anything contains you in that field, then you have to get angry because nothing should contain you in a field. Nobody should be asking you any questions. This world is a purgatory, a trapped dimension. Okay, we are in the matrix, the matriarch. So Jesus pointed to the planet and said, "Do you want it to be destroyed?" I read mentally. See, when you lose the physical body, hallelujah, you remember everything that you learned in the physical body. Okay, when you lose the physical body, you remember everything you learned in the physical body. The spiritual body remembers and retains everything. There's no need to repeat it all the time. You just can go. Time doesn't exist on the other side. So whoever's thinking about the fifth dimension and all that shit, this use common sense. That's natural esoteric knowledge. You know, time don't exist. It's just you can go in any time dimension you want. It's just an experience. Life is just an experience. Do you understand me? So anyway, Jesus said, "Do you want this planet destroyed?" That means that I can send a meteor or a comet or an asteroid. Every time a meteor or asteroid or comet or a demiurge comes down, that's because of some human being who has overcome fear and want this planet destroyed. So you actually make the choice for wanting this planet to be destroyed or not. You actually the one who are causing you to come down as a demiurge god to live for 3,000 years. But then you realize that living for 3,000 years is pretty long. You might not, I wouldn't mind living for 2,000-3,000 years if I knew I can live in a video game world. I don't want to destroy it over and over again. In the past, as this world planet evolves, the world has been destroyed by fire, ice, and water because of pride and arrogance. Okay? If something wants to enter and they want a certain amount of people to be sacrificial pieces, let it so shall be. Okay? But of course, you got to fight back because you're living in misery. So what do? Everybody got to kill themselves. You got to make a deal, negotiate. Do what Gandhi did. We all going to sacrifice ourselves. Okay? That's the best way. Doc, listen, if we all going to kill ourselves, if you think you're going to live here, you're going to die. And then the dragon's going to have to submit to you. Why not make a negotiation deal? And the dragon can't stop everybody from killing themselves like fucking Jim Jones. The dragon can't stop everybody from killing themselves. The dragon don't want you to kill themselves. The dragon already know that if he tries to fleece the planet, a few human beings like, what's his name? The one who built the boat, Noah, and his people will survive. And that's what they want. Because you don't want to start the whole billion year thing process over with evolution. It takes a long time to create these bodies within a 9-month duration of the fucking incubation. Because they got incubators in this planet. Okay, babies. We literally live in the fucking matrix. Do you understand? But anyway, let's continue on here. I talked about too many sensitives who exist. For true freedom of speech is actually the dark web. Okay, you don't speak no terrorism. I say you can speak whatever the fuck you want. Okay, because this is the entertainment box we living in. Too many people are resorting to talk about one subject over and over again. I do not do such a thing. I get very bored very quickly. I give an answer and they just ignore it because they're not ready for that. Okay, I'm talking for 43 minutes now here. Every gruesome sacrifice is basically a sacrifice that's needed to be made. It's the other way around, people. It's wake the fuck up. Okay, now I understand David Icke talks about the lizard people and talking about this and the satellite. I said, let it be, leave it alone. Leave it alone because you know what's out there in space. The physical realm, what we see with our own eyes, that we can't even see everything because our eyes have a limitation to. There's nothing out there. Space is a lonely place. Nothing but chaotic occurrences smash into each other. Nothing is there. It takes billions of years before even one single inkling of looking life to exist. Have you played the Borderlands, y'all guys? Now, in the Borderlands, after you start translating the messages on those walls, please understand that's the idea that this deity, okay, I forgot her name, she destroyed the Illyridians, okay, because they were basically useless, okay. Because the thing is that they weren't really actually useless. I don't understand the true reason why she did. I think she caused the planet. I didn't understand the story too much. I was like, there's this beast that eats up fucking black holes and suns and shit like that. And then the planet Bandora, it's a prison for it. And of course, they don't understand that this beast, lots of people don't understand that this beast needed to be contained because it was destroying everything they were doing. But why was she the one they needed to destroy the Iridians who basically, it's like a waste because you destroy the people that create the planets, the tectonic plates, and it took over like tens of thousands of years, and then you want to destroy them. Maybe she did that. So the whole story's not clear to me. Okay, so I still didn't understand why she had to destroy the Iridian race, because the Iridian race was trying to do their best to survive. You see what I'm saying? They saw the threat. That's why they built the fucking planet Pandora, right? Duh. Okay, this other planet stuff. So I know this is gonna be a part 4, because they got to continue that story on and make it more clarified, more specific and clear. It was encrypted in some ways. I'm like, talking about they didn't have a sex or some shit like that, and then talk about irrelevant stuff. Just get to the point. Okay, make the message with one sentence or 2 sentences, like Zelda. Okay, I understand Zelda a whole lot of times overall than anything else. You can understand that that's not encrypted. It's not a parable, motherfucker. You heard what it just said. You seen what it says, right? Ganon is the good guy in fucking Zelda, motherfuckers. You want to battle with the Legend of Zelda? I can prove it to you. But anyway, on to the next subject. Okay, the chain of life is entertaining, and so we're gonna talk about Black reparations. Okay, Martin Luther King. Okay, now Martin Luther King's dream. He realized at one point of his life that there was no dream. We are all living in a dream. It's a chaotic dream. We're living in a beautiful nightmare / it's an oxymoron. And there was no way out for the Black race to overcome the white race. The only way to actually defeat the white race is by merging of the bloods, which the true white race is completely forbids that. But you can't help with all of them. Some of them want to fuck a Black motherfucker. Okay, right? They want to have sex. Okay, they want to have sex. So that's why we still living. We still got that melanin in our skin. They're trying to make us as melano as possible, Asiatic as possible. So we're trying to merge some Negroid in our bloods. We all trying to get that Black dick. Okay, we all trying to scamper for it. Okay, not me. I ain't gay. I know how women think most of the time. I say, what the hell are you talking about? And you ask a question, and then they get caught in the trap. They love that Black dick, especially if they can handle it. If a woman can handle a Black dick, oh my fucking God, she's going to be a nympho. I experienced women trying to grab my nuts and shit, let me suck it and get my seed and shit like that. Hell fucking no. Hell fucking no, ho. Give you my money. I let you suck it. I give you the tip or some shit. I'm like, whew. Oh my God, man. But Martin Luther King's dream, he knew that as he was working for the white man, just like Marcus Garvey and a lot of other individuals who want to push their agenda, there was no way for Black people to win. They had Black Wall Street. Look what happened. There's a lot of Rosewood. Okay, y'all motherfuckers better wake the fuck up. Black people were very successful at creating their own things, but it was destroyed because you know why? The white man wants to use them, or you want to say the Jewish man wants to use them. I don't give a fuck how you twist it. Look, you got Black people worth $2 trillion in America. You can easily leave if you want. Shut the fuck up, please. We need those white guards outside of America. They're not Black. You need them guns, the NRAs, apart from America. I don't understand why the Democrats and people talking to me, I know they're Democratic. They believe they don't have no knowledge of what a socialist state is. They don't know what that means. They don't like to do research. They believe in Jesus. Okay? I'm like, how do you believe in God and Jesus? Even a lot of politicians and shit and conservatives and shit believe in God. Come on, man, they stay on a lower frequency. This world is not about that. But you got to keep some sort of order. And you got to do it by force. You have to do it by force. I'm telling you right now. You can't do it through love. Martin Luther King knew about this. And Farrakhan also talked to him and shit. Malcolm X got murdered. All of them got murdered. Come on now, damn, man. You know if they got the power, they killing off the Black people, the Black caucus. One by one, okay? One by one, okay? And all you got to do is leave the country and shit. They're too strong. If you can't be them, you join them, right? That's what they want you to do, motherfuckers. Damn. Don't try to be standing like Colin Kaepernick kneeling and shit. You know that's a business coy, motherfuckers. I just use common sense. You know if you kneel, you're going to cause bad war in America. So the whole purpose of his action is just for him to get paid. And he sucked as a football player. Colin Kaepernick. And I was like, why is he kneeling when he can easily leave the country? He can easily join the military. You don't have to fight in the military. I'm like, it's a whole bunch of fucking questions for Colin Kaepernick. He got hired in the NFL. He had a whole millions amount of money. And shit, he looked like a goddamn Nipsey Hussle a little bit. He ain't no true Negro, but he gonna kneel. Come on now. Anyway, peace. If you're about true peace, you're gonna die. If you're about true war against another race, you're gonna die. Okay. Merging of the bloods is the only way, and that's what the white man has thought about thousands of years ago. This is the past now. That's the past. Okay, so you're paying attention. Y'all there? Anyone who's there, you better say something. Hallelujah. Black and reparations. As I said before, I don't desire reparations, but if somebody offer me free money, shit, good. I'll be taking that shit. But I'm telling you, blacks don't need reparations because we're worth $2 trillion, correct? So blacks can actually help one another out, but they don't want that either, right? You know, we got Negroes in the football league and the NFL, and they could easily take over the fucking NFL. They don't want to. You know, niggas that know how to dance and move, they're probably moving better than them crackers on that fucking ice skating rink. The crackers know about this. They ain't know about that shit. They don't want them taking over the NFL. Look overseas. Look, you know, a whole bunch of mulattoes, the crackers, and Italians. They be mad at the monkey and shit, throwing banana peels. And it's a game called soccer, which is it's technically called soccer, but they call it football over there because they still dating in the pre-date age. Okay, them motherfuckers, they don't like black people. They don't want them fucking their wives. That's it. That's it, motherfuckers. Trust me. I took a couple crackers and they get mad at me. I said, "Where's your wife?" I'm coming to fuck your wife. This, you know, crackers be getting mad at that shit too. They get mad. They get fucking mad as fuck. And then when I always tell people so they can get underestimate me. I say, I fucking with the strap on that used vagina. Okay, that's the biggest dick in the world, right? Okay, you wink, wink, yeah. And she's gonna pay up because she needs a companion with that strap on dick to do certain things to her body others men can't do. She can't do it to herself. So when I try to teach guys about being a gigolo, they laugh at me. I think you got a small penis. I said, you want to see it, motherfucker? I ain't gay or some shit. I got my own porns. You can see it on the porn, motherfucker. You get your dick sucked at least, okay? And then I found out you can get. I never contracted the disease by getting on my dick sucked all the times. Only one female sucked my dick the best way, okay? But she was attractive. She paid up, okay? The thing is that she sucked my dick so well that I don't even think about pussy. I didn't even want. I said, no, man, no. She said she was sucking Jiffy Pop lollipops and shit to study how the suction is. The suction, you know, the vibration on the top of the head. She was like, oh shit, man. But you get paid from those type of hoes. You get paid from those type of motherfuckers. But then when I'm hanging with these females, I'm only with them for like 4 to 5 hours and shit. And they say, you do a good job. I'm a return customer. But I got kids now, so I got to watch my kids. I still get women in my inbox. Y'all motherfuckers are so something. Let me talk about something else here. Black reparations only should be given to those who are incarcerated. So if some black guy got incarcerated, he was a diligent guy who basically got caught up and he acting white and they still put him down and some shit. He didn't talk back to them and some shit like that. And he listened, okay, and they recorded it. There's a couple times when that's ancient times. I'm talking back in the 1970s. This guy's in jail still to this day. They need the reparations. They need the reparations. Anyone who's wrongfully convicted in jail, I believe white people deserve reparations too as well. Okay, they're wrongly convicted, like especially if something minor. Okay, and this racist cop who don't like northern white cops. Okay, there's white racism, there's black racism, there's Asiatic racism. There's all sorts of different types of racism. Right? It's biased because the color of their skin or the way they look, any form of it. If the cop is mentally ill, let's say the cop is mentally ill, because I saw a couple cases where cops are this itchy finger trigger. They start shooting. I was like, yo, there's something mental with them. Then the city have to pay for that type of shit because they didn't those cops take the MMI test. I took an MMI test. You gotta get the training and shit. You gotta make sure you don't snap. If you feel like you're uneasy in a situation where your life is in danger, you should not be a cop. You should not be a cop. You should be gun-ho in that motherfucker. So I always wanted to be in the military, but I failed the motherfucking test, motherfucker. I wanted to try to see if I can get shot. I got shot one time in my hand in New York. It burned, but it didn't burn that much. Okay. So maybe some people are pain tolerant like myself. Okay, I know I got sucker punched one day. I had a rip in my mouth open like that, all because I said, "Get down, go back downstairs." A motherfucker hit me, okay, because he couldn't talk back. Okay, it was wide open and shit, and they stitched it back up, see, because he sucker punched me. I wasn't looking, and he dazed me, and I could fuck him up real bad because he was smaller than me. Smaller. Watch out for small motherfuckers. I'm telling you, I'm 5'8", and when I meet someone who's just 5'6", just a slightly slow or evenly. Them motherfuckers are angry. I believe so. And they're not highly attractive. They'll fuck you up. They'll kill you. So watch it now. Especially in the hood. Black people, they like a sucker. You know, black folks use that. What's that game they play when someone's not looking? They punch someone. That's what they do. They did that shit in the 80s. They started that shit in the late 80s. Okay, now it's like, why are you hitting motherfuckers? Nobody looking. And also they hit them because when they're not looking, They don't want them to look. Okay? They just hit because they think it's a fun game because they didn't have a proper father figure, right? So I'm almost talking for a whole hour, you guys. Blacks and reparations. No blacks deserve reparations because they're worth $2 trillion. Fuck the adios. Start talking about reincarnation. They're not very. See, the thing is that I don't believe most blacks deserve reparations simply because they're not wise spenders. Every single mother I've talked to, I'm like, they're sucks. They suck my dick and they don't know how to spend money. I said, why are you spending money on clothes when you can give them games or something to help their logical side of their brain and psychosis or some shit like that? And so, video games for children. I said, but socializing is for children as well. So we thinking on a whole new fucking ball game. Socializing is for effeminate people. Y'all got that shit twisted when you want to socialize. I'm like, it's okay to go on the basketball court and play basketball with a bunch of strangers, but you already know how society is if you hardcore. You go to I'd rather watch TV than to be in the crowd and shit. I'm like, why? What feeling did you need to be around other strangers? Okay, to where you can't watch it on TV, that's the best seat in the world. Okay, then you're right there, okay? But you want to go in a crowd. You see how many effeminate motherfuckers are out there? Do you really need to go there? You want to spend some money? Did your wife tell you should go there? Get with the motherfucking program, you guys. Now, there's so many effeminate, so little time. Because you can't teach them all these bastards. Okay, you can't have a decent job and keep to yourself. People want to be social. It's a effeminate trait if you want to be. I teach my wife all the time. Being social is not wise. It's good to be social sometimes, but I'm just like to see if they're matured enough. When I talk to people in the streets or some shit, they seem mature at that time. They always have the proper answer. And I when I say something, they were like, "Yep, that's right." Okay? You have to agree with a schizo. Duh, okay, this makes sense. If I say something to you like everything is a delusion unless you actually realize it yourself, that is a fact. Now, if you believe, most people would disagree with. They'll agree with me. Okay, we're not this is my vicinity. But let you watch TV or some shit where people go into Joel Osteen and Joyce Myers and shit. You see that they're liars. But anyway, let's continue on out here. They're worth $2 trillion and they can easily leave the country. Like I did. I went to Ethiopia and lived out there for 2 years and shit. And I told you the reason why I'm God. So I talked about all these things, Martin Luther King Jr., and I told you before, they were traitors. Even Mahatma Gandhi. No, Mahatma Gandhi was not he didn't like niggas. He called them kefirs. Mahatma Gandhi. He's my role model and shit. He considers black people very lazy, but he could have changed over time. People make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, okay? He don't realize the struggle and the past of blacks, but he probably did because he was a lawyer. Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer, and he also schooled Martin Luther King a little bit. So if he was truly racist, he would have never talked to Martin Luther King, motherfuckers. But during his paydays, he probably was, okay? So peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and God. Well, what else is there to say? So I'm just let me see. I talked about sensitives. The sensitives destroy everything. Sensitives are the effeminate types of people who don't like being offended, okay, right? And you're not even being a terrorist. You're not even talking about all Negroes. Okay? If I were to say all Negroes are lazy, you know how goofy I would sound? You can't. The key word is most or all. I've experienced most Negroes. That means I lived in fucking Ethiopia. I actually traveled to Dubai and talked to them. I feel now if you go to the Far East, they ain't lazy. So because they live in hardships. When you live in hardships, you're not stupid. Okay? All right. Okay. So in America, you're only 13%. So I lived in the Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy areas. I lived in the Kingston. New York is the most highly populated tourist areas there. For tourists, right? So I live near that area. You should already know the conglomerate of black people in the whole entire country. You should know it because most black people, they had that sling because of other people who have the sling. They wasn't born like that. Do I sound like a New Yorker to you? No, I don't sound like a New Yorker to you. My brothers sound kind of like a New Yorker because they're an effeminate trait. Okay? Effeminate traits reside in most people in America are religion and effeminate. In Japan, they're becoming more self-aware. And they're Asiatic people, Orientals, okay? I don't give a fuck how you twist it. I'm talking about slanted eye, Philippine type people are Orientals to me. I don't give a fuck how offended they. By the way, Okay, I'm not stupid. But when you don't have religion, they don't want that. The oligarchies, the shapeshifters, the aliens, because they want human beings to fight amongst one another to keep the food chain down. Because there's other species amongst us that's feeding off of humans, right? Baby embryos and shit, aborted fetuses and shit like that. Y'all should know what that shit is, right? If we humans are eating chickens, billions and billions, and pigs and cows and shit, do you think there's no species keeping up on the human race? You stupid motherfuckers. You stupid, stupid motherfuckers. I killed every last one of you watching. Close-minded motherfucking imbeciles. You gonna eat dead chicken. I eat dead chickens. It's a luxury. Okay, then that means Jeffrey Dahmer was right. Black people taste the best. So you don't want to eradicate all black people because black people taste the best, right, motherfucker? Jeffrey Dahmer, motherfucker, he ate people. He ate people. Who's my psychopath? I'm a psychopath. I'm a good psychopath though. Okay, Charles Manson is my number one. That motherfucker was so fucking smart during his heydays. And only then he gets a dick sucked by 3 women. Y'all motherfucker hating on the motherfucker. He didn't cause no crime. He can influence someone indirectly. I can influence a whole lot of people indirectly and shit. He didn't say none of it. He just got caught up in shit. He linked himself with 3 women and they started singing songs and shit. And they just did what he told them to do. They should have put him in a mental hospital and then they put the rest of the women in jail or some shit like that. Okay? They wasn't under the hypnosis. People under hypnosis and shit, you got to snap them out some way. There's some way, like that movie called Get Out. Y'all got to start. Man, so much to talk about, so little time. Hallelujah. I'm the Emerald King. I read the Emerald tablets. This is all unscripted. I talked about multiple different subjects, and I could do it again and again until I get popular and I get rich. And I change my background. I'm on Twitch. As a matter of fact, let me put that down here. Okay. Banner. Okay. Let's see. Did I put it there? Twitch. Okay, Mixer. And I don't need to put that there. Okay. I'm trying to put these things there so y'all can know who the fuck I am. Copy. Okay. Okay, let me see. I don't like the way this is set up. Do 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 do. Now, I'm also on Twitch, so maybe you could just put twitch.com/xxdetheist because they are all the same to me. Okay, you know, Twitch is probably a little more stricter. That's why Ninja left them. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna roll this up and push chat. And if anyone wants to know what my donation boxes are, I already put it there. You can find me out easily. And if you have something to say, you should say it now or forever hold your peace. I do not continue my conversation past 1 hour unless people start talking in the chat box. I can see everything and I figured everything out. Okay, and I see someone watching me. Yeah, hey, how you been, you hurricane? I was just about to cut out, man. Y'all don't talk, that's enough, okay? Because that today I was just talking about earlier. Anything you want to talk about, I'm gonna rehash. I was talking about sensitives. They destroy society. I was talking about Martin Luther King's dream. I was talking about the people with conversations with them, their voices who have schizophrenia and Jesus, you know, because that shit don't mix today, you know. I was talking about how I'm God. Okay, I was talking about reparations. Okay, so those things I was talking. I was talking about Mixer too, because are you a pedophile? Nah, dog. You know, black men are not pedophiles. Do I look black? Hurricanes? Are you a pedophile? Thank you for asking that question. Okay, a pedophile is someone who's mostly Milano the Cracker. I have a snotty nose. I'm a nigga and shit. When I see my kids, you know what I believe? Anyone who kisses their child on the lips, okay? Anyone who likes to touch their child with their hand on their buttocks, okay? You gotta watch that shit. Those are pedophiles. I've seen countless. Yeah, I'm a god. Yeah, I'm a god. I say a god. I didn't say I'm God, okay? You can say it in that plural and singular sense too. You know, I am God and I am God's. You can say that for yourself too, because we all are a being of God. When you ask questions like that, you become more aware to understand who I am. And I'm glad you got in here because I was just about to get the fuck out of here. I was talking about the dark web too. Yeah, you're God. God means that little God, meaning that you should have no fear. But if you believe in an external God, then you're no longer a God. You're an NPC, a non-playable character. You are under the influence of the oligarchies, the Zionists, the Greek Hellenization type of brainwashing, psychosis. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Are you in a cult? No, no. I'm more agnostic, meaning that I believe in all things. As a matter of fact, let me write. No, I ain't gonna write shit down. I'm just gonna talk to you because you're talking to me, and everybody who writes something, I'm gonna answer you real quick. If you ask questions, you learn. No, I'm not in the cult. Agnostic means to be skeptic about all things. You don't even know if I'm real, dog. Let's use semantics. You don't know if I'm Mad Max or not. You don't know if I'm really real until you meet me, right? And even if you meet me, you may not know that I may be a robot or android, right? So I wouldn't even know if you're real yourself, right? So you are God. Okay. The other type of people believe in a capital G God, which they lose their power because they give this deity a capital G. There are over 3,000 different gods from the Hindu belief system. So these gods are far more powerful than your Allah or your fucking Jesus Christ, because I am your Jesus. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But when I say I'm Jesus, I don't mean I'm Jesus in the flesh. I'm just saying I don't have no sins in my past. And I do have some sort of magical, mystical abilities and shit, but I can't be showing that shit because I'll get in trouble. There's people overseas who have the ability to create fire with their hands, dog. And they try to retract themselves from showing themselves on TV because they feel they disrespected their fucking ancestors. And there was this guy on the fucking YouTube I saw. He was creating fire. It's on YouTube. He was creating fire with his fucking hands, motherfucker. He's asking me. I was like, yo, could it been? No, he was overseas somewhere. He was over. He said he felt he violated the oath of his ancestors, and he want to retract that back, but you can't because you put it on the internet now. And this shit was kind of crazy. He was creating fire out of paper and shit. Let me see. You said I don't know if I am real. That's right. I don't know if you're real. You are correct. It's called somatics, man. We are in a prison planet. That's why when you're in a prison planet, you can't leave the body. Okay. Let me see. Have you heard of editing? Okay, yeah. What about editing? Okay, you don't have to be perfect when you're editing. Okay, and you know you got the word police always correcting people. You don't want to be the word police because there's many different ways of writing things. English is the most powerful language. It is from the Anglo-Saxons and also Latin. Okay, they try to keep things simple so we all can come together. Anyone who don't know English, it's simplified. There's many different versions of it. You don't want to be talking in the harmonic. You don't want to be writing in the harmonic. You don't want to be writing in no Chinese. You don't want to be writing no Hawaiianese or Philippines. Motherfucker. Let me say the fire thing was probably editing. Now, you talk about Photoshop. Okay. Yeah, editing is Photoshopped or whatever. Okay. It can be intermingled. Okay. Please understand that I'm not your average man. And I'm not your Peter Pan. Okay. I'm eating waffles and shit. And don't waffles taste fucking good as hell? When they're crunchy and shit, they taste the best. But when they get soft, they taste even better. It's like pancakes today. So any other questions you have and shit? Hurricane East, can you join my video chat? Because I don't know how this works. I'm using my mobile. And so I don't know how you join the video, but I highlighted the picture. We had 3 people. And I can see here that people can join. It makes a sound, and you can join up in there. And if somebody acts like a jackass, I can mute them and shit. I can see there's a picture here, but nobody never joined up. Can you try to join my video chat? Because I want to see if this works. There'll be people streaming on this motherfucker for like 13 hours, man. Talking about garbage. Like motherfucking the Nation of Islam and people like talking about the Muslim faith over there and free radicals and shit. Yeah. They talk about one thing, Islamophobia and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? How do I know? And how the fuck do I know it's not Pornhub? Pornhub. I'm saying, what the hell are you talking about? Are you a female, man? This is live chat from StreamYard. You know, I'm not gonna put you in a porn, man. Are you a female or a male? Or are you both? There are multiple different sexes in the world. But please understand this abnormalities. You have to be very careful when you talk about abnormalities of the sexes, because we should already know that this is not Pornhub. If you're a female and you looks nice, if you're ugly, you're gonna pay. That's how women think. If you're ugly and you get tiring, you're gonna pay. But for my entertainment, if you're a female and you're that way, you're gonna pay. Okay, my wife is a virgin again. I lost my virginity to her, so she pays me. You understand? That's alpha shit right there. Okay, I make my own porn, dog. You know, you go into my inbox, I send you porn when I'm unblocked. Okay, I've been blocked off of fucking Facebook for like fucking years, man. And now I got a current block because speaking shit. If you're ugly, oh shit, that's fucked up. You gotta pay, man. If you're ugly, let me give you some pointers here. If you're ugly, at least have a personality, man. What number do you give yourself? I give myself a 7 out of a 10 because I've been complimented 7 out of 10. Because my penis and my lips and my nose and my charm, that makes me a 7. My movements, I'm quirky. Women laugh. My wife laughs every fucking day. And people call me ugly. I'm like, dude, you don't know what ugly is. Because you look uglier than me. And you're not ugly because you might look cute as hell to me. You got to be careful with that. If you're a female, you got to be careful. The ugliness on the number scale on a female is like this. If a female thinks she's ugly, you're usually like a 6. You probably have a nice little body, a little booty somewhere. Right? Hurricane is. You probably got to look in that women, when they hit the wall, they become truly fucking ugly. Then you may be, if you say yourself a 5, then you may be a 6 to me. You understand? Men don't look at looks as much as women do. And when women have to settle for a lower quality looking man, it's usually she wants some money out of him. Like a lot of guys tell me she's using you for their money. I said, dude, as men age, they get more like fine wine, right? It's not about looks. Women don't look at looks like that. It's peanuts and pockets. Okay, yeah, I'm 45 years old, man. How old are you? It's a year old. You just wrote down year old. I'm going to be here. If you don't say nothing for a while, then okay. So I'm going to recap all the things I just said. And if you don't say nothing, by the time I'm over the recap, I'm getting out of here. I said, try to get onto my stream if you can. If you want to try to get on the stream, okay, the video stream, you're going to have to use your phone's browser, okay? At 5 years old, you're not 5 years old. You're 5, okay? Oh, okay. No, you're not ugly at all, okay? Unless you have some sort of retardation with you, okay? You know, do you look kind of decrepit or something like that? You got to wait till you get older. I've met countless females and guys and shit who look ugly, you know, as they're older, but basically when they're young, you can't look ugly, okay? Because you're still young, unless you have some sort of disease or something. I'm just being straight honest with you. Well, if you want to get on the video chat with me, you have to hit the stream, go on the browser, and turn on desktop mode when you're prompted, because there'll be a page where it says that this is best on a desktop. But the desktop mode is actually the browser. And it's best to use Chrome, and you can pop up on here. And now, if you're on here, you have to have permission from your parents to actually be on the internet anyway. Because if you're talking to me, we're allowed. But I don't know about children and stuff, because I ain't trying to get no trouble. Okay, because I'll just cut you off. I'm like, yeah, I can't have no children on here because I don't know what the rules and regulations are. This is a serious matter. We're talking about multiple subjects. I'm not trying to get my shit banned off. If you say you're 5 years old, you seriously 5 years old, right? Because I told you I'm not a pedophile. I talked to kids when I was younger. I was like 19, 20 years old. I was in single mothers' houses. And the kids, either the 5-year-old is more in the effeminate trait, or the 5 years old is playing video games. And the boys are usually playing video games at 6, 7 years old. So I would tell the mother, that's good, you give them games. But the girls, oh my fucking God. And the girls, however, is fucked up because the girls ain't interested in video games, they said. So other than that, I can't really put you on my video chat because of the fact that you'll be in my background stage and I can see. Since you said you were 5 years old, I'm sorry because I can't have talking to a 5 years old. I'm not a pedophile. That's what you're trying to lead to. I told you. Have you seen that TV show called How to Catch a Predator? Ain't nothing but mulattoes and crackers on there. White people on there. They knew the motherfucking girls was 13 years old, and they said it themselves and shit. I ain't got no time for that shit. As a matter of fact, I got in trouble in the past because of a girl who lied on her age. I'm the one who called the cops, and I got in trouble for that shit. No DNA, no nothing. They picked me up a month later though, but she ran away from the cops or something. I don't know where she ran from. She ran away. She said she was 19, and then I tried to trick her because I didn't believe she was like fucking 19. After a while, her staying with me. Next thing you know, I found that she couldn't read things backwards. Can you read things backwards? Hurricane ass. Can you read things? You know, I was like, you can't read the word mirror backwards. Like, what does that say? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So I started asking her age, and then she lied and said she tried to be 16, but she was 13 years old. Now, keep in mind, this female was taller than me, well built, and she's 13 years old. I'm like, I never seen a fucking 13-year-old girl at that time, man. So I tell her, you gotta leave. You can't stay here because you're underage. So I'm trying to tell. Then I call up CPS. I saw her at shelter and shit. Now they screaming at her. They ain't talking to me. And of course, she didn't say I raped her or nothing like that or touched her or anything like that. So I'm like telling her, okay, you gotta go. So I call the police. We couldn't have sex because she was bleeding on that motherfucker. And that's as simple as it can get. So I'm calling the police. They didn't arrest me. I said, I asked them, do you want me to come downtown? I don't want to get no trouble. Just hold me. So we won't have this containment thing. You know, this is bullshit because I had a whole weekend off or some shit like that. And I worked. So I had no record and shit, right? So a month later, no, as a matter of fact, the next day, the bitch came back and found my address after the police picked her up. And this is a true story, and I keep telling people about my rape story, but they don't understand that men can get in trouble by doing good deeds. And main reason why I met her in the library, she looked tall and beautiful. She said she was 19. We talked for a whole month on the phone. Next thing you know, I brought her over my house because she told me she was being raped by her father and shit, which I truly believe. She said she lived in Paris and shit. She knows the magic spells. And one thing led to another. I brought her over my house. After a month of talking on the fucking phone, same story, brought her in my house. I had to go to work at night. I couldn't be with her. So I said, you stay here. You run away from your daddy because I didn't want you getting raped and hurt. So I was ignorant. I was not stupid. She was not stupid. She did not talk like no fucking 13-year-old girl. And said, whoa, hold on. It would still be messed up if she was 16. Listen, man, this girl was 13, man. Okay, it'd still be messed up 16, sure. Okay, but what I'm saying to you, that girl was fucking 13. So I'm like calling the cops, the CPS to get her out of my house so I won't get no trouble and shit. No DNA. We didn't have sex. We couldn't have sex. I wanted to bang her. Lucky for me. But the thing is, I couldn't because I kept going to work at night. Didn't want to get in trouble and shit. And then I found out she was a smoker and shit. You know, I don't like smokers. She was sneaking around, and I found that's how one thing led to another. I knew she was sneaky. She was being sneaky, so that's why I didn't trust her, and I wanted her out. She had nowhere else to go, though. See, so that's when I called the police and shit. You can't stay here because I didn't trust her. She lied about her age, so now she got cursed too because I have magic powers around me. So she ran away from the cops and then came back the next following day, and I told her, you can't be here. So I called the cops again. They pick her up. Boom. A month later go by. I think it was the cops to come, the FBI, some knocking on my door, something in the morning and shit. In the day, yeah. And they took me downtown. I was like, they booked me and shit. I'm like, dude, this is all unnecessary. I think I got set up. And so I'm like, damn, I ain't got no criminal records. So why are they at least they should just gave me a misdemeanor. God damn, the girl didn't even say nothing bad about me. I know she didn't because she sat right next to me in the court of law, right? Long story short. And I'm like, wait, I'm going to call the cops now. So they let me out after 15 days. 15 motherfucking days in jail. I still kept my job, though. Lucky me. On an ROR. And then I told him, I said, why did I have to go to jail in the first place when I wanted to go with the cops? Why? It's all business. I'm a police. Read to text or go. I guess you're kind of young because you don't know how to write a proper sentence. I'm police. Okay, read to text or go. Okay, I don't understand. But you know what? If you can't write a proper sentence, you're still young. But you can't show up on my video because you're acting a fool and you can't write proper sentences. So you would not be able to talk to me as a schizo. I think I got out of jail simply because I told them I'm a schizo and I work at night. That's my only job. I have nowhere else to go. Okay, I had no friends, shit like that. So they just like let me go. They didn't think I was a schizo. Okay, and she changed. She didn't look like a goddamn She didn't look herself. She was thin and nice and beautifully shaped. I still got pictures of her. Her name was Erica, and she's fat now. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know why she blew up or some shit like that. But anyway, I'm gonna get the hell off of here because you seem kind of young-minded and foolish. And I talked about multiple subjects. And if you want to ask a question, you can. And when I say virgin, I only mess with virgin women. I'm talking about of age virgins, women who are of age. When I went overseas, I talked to countless women over there who were of age. I'm not interested in women who are non-virgins, but I teach men how to play as the gigolo, the charming, not the charming fool, but the person who makes business transactions. We don't need, everything has a motherfucking transaction to it. Love don't exist. If you need a transaction. There's no such thing as unconditional love. Everything has conditions in this world. The condition to find someone is to be human. The condition to find someone is to have ear. The condition to meet a female is if she's attracted to you to let her in, let you in, right? So the first conditions is always there. So there's no such thing as unconditional. There's no such thing as unconditional at all. I don't know why that word is created. There's a condition for everything. That's the philosophy. For anything spiritual to exist, there has to be a condition for it to exist. That's simple semantics. So peace and love to brothers and sisters of Light and Dark World, which my page. And same bad time, same bad channel. I try to be on here every day. Saturdays and Sundays, I'll be on here. Because I'll be on Mixer and shit. I'll be on Twitch under X. I'll be gaming and talking shit at the same time. Talking about nothing but facts. I told you 90% of the conglomerate of people are effeminate. They do not have any alpha in their blood. They are not disciplinaries. They are not teachers. Okay? So I love you all, but I hate the many of you. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or respects, you put it down below. I will answer all questions. Please read my description box. I'm on anchor.fm/emeraldpeel. I'm on Spotify. And the only way I can go over 1 hour is if someone started talking. And thank you very much, Hurricane Nez, for asking questions. You maybe seem too young, or you may be a liar. Lying is not wise. That's an effeminate trait. You can read right through your psychology real quick. And other than that, it's okay. You can joke around and change your subject up. It's okay. But you have a nice day, and I'm gonna be going on Mixer right now. Okay, because I gotta make my daughter a new account and shit because I fucked up. When you have like your daughter, okay. Oh yes, I see someone watching me. I see 2 people watching. Please understand that if you got a question, I'll extend this. Try to show up on my video if you can. Today I was talking about, since I was talking about too many sensitives destroying the internet. I was talking about how I am God, and I was talking about how the dark web is true freedom. I was talking about schizophrenia and fucking Jesus. They don't mix. Okay, those two don't mix. I was talking about Martin Luther King's dreams. Okay, and okay, I was talking about black reparations. And I guess that's about it. That's all I was talking about. Okay. But other than that, if you have no questions or forever hold your peace, I'm out of here. Because I can talk more if you just show up on my video. You know what my stream is. It's best to say, hello, how are you doing? Because I'm not going to be sitting here and giving you all this vital information more potent than anyone out there. Anyone who wants to challenge, anyone who wants to talk, you write it down below. So in the same bad time, same bad channel. I try to be on Saturdays and Sundays more often. I try to be on these things for once a day. I try to do once a day, half an hour to an hour, half an hour to an hour. No one's like me on the internet. Have a nice day, motherfuckers. Love you all, but I hate the many of you. Peace. Now let me see. Go over here and in broadcast chat. End.